Good evening, everyone. This is Vasu Deshpande from Easylib Software Private Limited, giving an overview of acquisition module in Easylib. Here, let me log in as one of the departments, or a department head, or as a student. Here, the department is logging in. The software will identify whether the library staff has logged in, or a department or a HOD has logged in, and then based on the access levels, it's going to build the menus. So now Naveshri is one of the staff members. So she wants to request books. She would need to click on menu, and under my library books requested, she would see what are the books that she has requested. So whenever any of the professors or the students require books that are not in the library, they would need to go over here and request for books over here. So let me request a new book. So here I will type it's a book, and let me type 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and it's written by Stephen Covey. And I can put other details like language, call number, class number, whatever information the department has. Here, let me put it as a general collection. And publisher, I'm not sure who is the publisher. Let me just choose any one of them. And subjects, they can choose it or leave it blank, and then they can click on simply add button. Okay, so when they go over here, they'll see the list of the other books that they have requested so far. When they want to request more books, they can again go here and then request more. So this is what the department heads or the students would do to request the books that are not in the library. There is also a feature, they can send a list of books that they want to procure, that they want the library to procure in an Excel, and the library can upload it. And in the advanced Easylib 7.2 a feature, 7.2 ERP application, there is also a facility called service desk. They can create a ticket over here. Please order the following books. Okay, for our department. You can add additional details and then select a ticket. This is related to, let's see, maybe you can create a new category called book purchases. And let me create here it as uh, one of the purchases, and I can choose all other details including new and other, and I can attach that particular document that has got the list of the books. So now when they open a ticket, this ticket comes in the queue of the library staff or the facilities manager of the college. This feature is applicable only if you have got the ERP 7.2 module, this portion, the service desk module. Otherwise, if you only have the library package, all your staff will be able to request the books directly over here on this particular screen, one by one, or send an Excel using email and then request the library to procure those books. Okay. Now let me log out. So the student or the department head now Veshri has logged out. So now let's see the library staff has logged in. Okay, so now I am logging in as a library staff or as the administrator, and the department, if it has requested the books through the ticket, right, I can see such tickets under the service desk module. Again, this is applicable only for the Easylib 7.2a users. So here in this case, in the service desk, right, so different kind of requests can be made. One of them here is a fan requires repair, testing purpose for EIT fan, need dozen of pens. So similarly, one of the requests can be please order these 100 books for our department. So you would be able to open that particular ticket and use that the attachment as a reference to upload into the acquisitions module. Okay. So now let me go into the acquisitions module over here. So here, most of the here you are seeing so many options over here, because what I'm logged in is the Easylib 7.2 a campus ERP application, which is covering all the requirements of a college, starting from running a campaign to admissions, attendance, student information, staff, exams, timetable, all the way till the student placement and alumni management. Okay, and in the same screen here, bottom, you are going to see the library portions here. Again, The entire security structure is based on the access level. And if you have already got if you have got Easylib 6.4 for your library, you will see only these portions, the portions that are marked as library. When you log in, you will be able to access those. Similarly, the respective staff in the college, as well as the department head, principal, and other people will be able to access the relevant modules. Now, from the library perspective, let's open acquisitions module. Okay, so this is how the acquisitions module looks. You want to see what are the books that are requested by the department. I'll simply click list over here. All the books that the staff has requested are listed over here. Okay, so now if you see the 7 habits book, right? 7 habits of highly effective people. Oh, so many times it has been requested by different people actually. Okay, so it seems to be a very popular book. By the way, this is in fact one of the most read books in the world. Okay, so one of the student has requested. So if you see here, right, Navashri just requested that particular book. Okay, so now you can filter on different departments or by the department. If you can see, or otherwise. Simply, if you want to see, okay, what are the books that are requested by a one particular staff, 21 EAC 012, I'll say, okay, now actually requested these 4 books over here. Okay. So now, next step after the students or the staff or the departments request a book is that you want to create something called RFP. RFP stands for Request for Proposal. In some cases, it's also referred to as RFQ, Request for Quotations. Okay, so now these 4 books you want to select, you want to place order for all the 4. You say move to respective one RFP. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new RFP, or I can choose one of the existing ones if you have not already created one. So let me create 22 RFP02. I'm going to create one. So, which is a department? I'm just going to call it as a general collection or the library one. Books for, let's say, this is history department. Okay. Let me call it as a books for personality development department. Okay. So you are going to create an RFP over here. So now, once you have created RFP 22 RFP02, you move these 4 books into the RFP. Okay, so now I have moved these 4 books over here to the RFP. So, um, so the staff requested the books. You went and then see what all they have requested. Now we have moved the respective books to RFQ. So you want to get the quotation for those. So if you see here, right, there are quite a few other screens related to the books that are requested. Here, if you see, there are total over 4,200 books that have been requested by different staff over here. So if you can again perform the searches by books, non-books, you know, audio cassettes requested simply just for the testing. Somebody requested these 4 audio cassettes. Of course, different people requested, the same person requested again and again. Okay, periodicals, whatever. Okay, you can perform the searches here. So we spoke about the department opening a ticket. When they open a ticket, they send an Excel, right? They attach an Excel. So that Excel, you can when you go into the service desk module, so you would download that particular Excel, and you would service a desk. Let me go to that particular module. Here, if you open the ticket that has the books requested, and you download that, and then you upload here into the acquisitions module. It's similar to the rest of the imports that are in Easylib. It allows you to map various fields that the customer has sent, or your customer, that means the department or the student has sent, into what the acquisition module requires. So many fields are there. You can request, you can upload all that Excel that they have sent into your acquisitions list here. So once they are uploaded, you will be able to see in the customized acquisitions request list, and then filter by different items here. So if I'm just checking 21 EAC 012, okay, and if I want 21 EAC 013, 8. In this in this range, how many books have been requested? Only one has requested. One person. These 4 books. I can even do a show, hide, and see other columns and all that, so on. Okay, so now what we have done, we saw how to import, and we also saw how to create an RFQ or RFP. We created an RFP. Okay, so now next step, you want to just verify what are the things that are in the RFP. 22 RFP. I think 02 we created, right? What did we create it as? So I forgot. 22 RFP. Um, okay, so this particular RFP is created. So we saw that. So there is other feature also over here, list items in RFP. If you put over here, so many RFPs have been created, and these all RFPs have so many other books that are added here. So if you want to see only one general collection here, there are total 52 items here that have been requested, and these are all the RFP numbers. Okay, so RFP 2022, RFP 01, and 02, 03, so on. 22 RFP 02, right? That's what we saw here. That's what we created. Okay. Now, you want to, once you create the RFP, if you want to add more books, what you can do is you can simply again click on this and then see the list of the books that are books in personality department that you are seeing here. Okay, so these are all the RFPs that have already been created in the library. So many RFPs, right? So created at various points of time in the library. Okay. So now once you have created RFP, there is one more facility. If you want to add more books to the RFP, right? Again, what you need to do, you simply go to the general requested list here. And suppose there are certain books requested by accountancy. Okay, there were 4 books. You want to add this particular book also to the RFQ that we just created now. You again just simply click on this list and then choose the 22 RFP that has been just created. Okay, so there are certain improvements that you see here. Probably it would be better if it is listed in the alphabetical order. So that we will look at how to fix that. Okay, so 22 RFP02. So now I can simply add it and then it gets added to that particular one. So now if you, just a reminder, if you see some improvements that are required in the software, right? So if you see it much better if it is listed in the alphabetical order. So I can simply go here, click on support and open a ticket here. So, equations module, items requested list. Please list the RFPs in the alphabetical order, as well as provide dot kind of search on the RFP names. Okay, so I'm just going to create this, leave everything as it's, submit it. Once you submit it, Easylib team gets a message saying that so and so customer has requested certain additional enhancements to the software. Okay, it may take a little bit time for us to deliver what you wanted, but definitely it will not be forgotten at all. If you want to see what all the other items that you have requested, you simply click on the support. It will go to your organization name and then click on your tickets. All your tickets that you have created will be listed here. Just now we saw that, right? So if you want to add a few comments here, you simply go here, add additional comments. So if you want any additional feature, you can add it over here, and Easylib team will take care of those requests. Okay. So now, all right. So now we are here in the equations module. So we created RFP, request for proposal. The next step after creating RFP is to send to the vendor, right? So what we need to do is you need to assign to the vendors. Okay. So let me see, there are a few vendors. My favorite vendor, let's say, just a sample ones, UBS, just for the simplicity, add a new RFP. You want to assign to the vendor because vendor would need to submit the proposal. Okay, so RF vendor number is 2 over here, RFP number 22, RFP 02. Okay, you assign this RFP number and you want to give a specific password to that. Okay, any password you can give. The reason is that you want to discourage vendors trying out, you have assigned 22 RFP02. You don't want them to keep putting 22 RFP03, 04, 05, and so on, and try to see what all you are purchasing. So that is why the vendors have two levels of login. First level is they will put their ID, password, and then log in to see what all RFPs have been assigned. And once they click on RFP, it will again ask for the password. Okay, so now let me assign it to particular one. Then let's see other vendors. I'll take IBH magazine service. So let me go and choose another IBH. IBH magazine service is just three over here. If there is an enhancement that's going on, automatically it will get the new vendor number. So you don't even have to put. Okay, 22 RFP03. For simplicity purpose, I'm going to use the same password here also. Again, you are free to put whatever password you want. It's not restricted that you have to use only this. The third vendor, for simplicity, I'll use CBS. Okay. All right. So CBS publishers, and then three. Here again the same RFP. I'm going to assign to them Control V, and here for simplicity I'll put the same password. Okay. All right. Now what we did, we created an RFP. We assigned specific RFPs to a few vendors or the distributors who would be happy to send you the proposals, a response to the proposal. So what do we do? There are two options. Okay, one option, you take a print of these items in the RFP. Okay, choose whatever you want. If you have created this one particular RFP, right? 22 RFP 02. Okay, and one particular RFP, there are total 5 books. You can simply export. Okay, an Excel will be created, and you send Excel to the vendor saying that, hey, these are the items that we have requested. So please submit your quotation. Okay, that is one option. Second option is you have already, excuse me. Okay, the second option is that we have assigned the vendors different password, right? You call them and tell them that, hey, we have placed this order, we have sent an RFP to you. Can you please sorry for the disturbance. Okay. All right. Hopefully it comes back. Okay, it has come back. So now what we are going to do, we are going to send these different vendors messages saying that, hey, so and so RFP has been assigned to you. This is your login site. This is the user ID password. Okay. So now let me do one thing. I'll log out from the library staff user ID. Okay. Now I am going to log in as a vendor. Okay. So now vendors, you would want to upfront give the vendor's login ID and password. When you go into the setup screen, there is an option wherein you can set up different passwords for vendors. Okay, so here I have put you for UBS. I have assigned UBS at easylib.net. In the real world scenario, you will put actual user ID. So I click on login here. So now UBS Publishers has logged in. If you see over here, they have the access to the OPAC. Okay, but when they click on their name, only vendor related information is displayed here. Nothing more than that. So my details, okay, that's what you are seeing here, RFP details. So these are all the RFPs that college has assigned to UBS Publishers. Okay, quotation entry. This is the most important place where they would need to respond to the quotation. Okay, if you see here, right, RFP number 02, they would need to enter the password. Do you remember? I had told that you don't want them to try out RFP 03, 04, and all that. So that's why there is a specific password for each RFP. So now there are total 5 books. If you remember, these 4 were requested by Naveshri, one was requested by somebody else. Okay, all right. So now UBS publisher is responding. So let me call this as UBS 0601. This is the quotation number, and they are submitting it today, and currency is rupees, let's say. Now, what are the prices? Let's say for simplicity purpose, I'll say 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 300. Maybe there is a different discount. Okay, this has 15% discount, this has 16%, this has 20%, 24%. You know, many colleges go with, when you go with single vendor, you may negotiate 10%, 15%, 20% discount. But when you go with this model, it gives you ability wherein you can negotiate higher discount for certain items. So that's why it's important that you can use this feature. Okay, 5 books, and let's say this is the discount that they have been offering. So now save changes. So now UBS publisher has given UBS 0601 as their quotation number, submitted the prices on these 5 books. Okay, there are a few more enhancements are going to come up, but anyway, I'll cover that in the later stage. So now UBS has given the quotation. So now let me log out from UBS. Now let's say CBS gives the pricing. CBS at easylib.net, and I do remember the sample. Oh, it's not there. So let's see CBS at easylib.net. Okay, I don't remember. So all right, let me go to the IBH. IBH at easylib.net. Well, I truly don't remember the password. Let me try another one. Okay, no. So let's see, they are not able to log in, or they are not able to give the quotation by logging in. Okay, in that case, what they can do is they can simply send the Excel that you can upload it by yourself. Okay, that you can enter it by yourself. So let me log in here, and now I am logging in as a library staff. So there are two options. One, either you go to this setup module. Okay, go to this module, setup, the library setup. Okay, here you go to the vendor screen, vendor. There are so many vendors listed here. The one that we had difficulty was IBH, right? IBH. So the user ID is correct, but password I am not sure what is the password. So if you want to change it, you can go and change that password, and then ask them, okay, can you log in again, and then give the um, mm, so let me log in here. I can set up whatever password I wish. Okay, now they should be able to log in and then provide the quotation just like UBS has done it. Okay, so now anytime you want to increase the font, you press Control plus plus, and to reduce Control minus. Okay, so this is the Control plus. Now let me go back to the acquisitions module. Okay, so acquisitions module here. So we saw that the first publisher, UBS, has already logged in and then provided the quotation. And suppose CBS and IBH send you the Excel, and there you need to enter it manually. So what you would need to do is you would need to go to quotation entry screen. Okay, quotation entry screen. This is a 22 RFP 001, right? So that is your RFP. There are 22 RFP. This is what we created, 5 items, right? So the second vendor was CBS publisher, correct? CBS publisher. And let's say they give a quotation number as CBS 0601. Okay. Let's say they also give it today, and currency is in rupees. And let's say they also have a standard price of 100, but their discount is 10% here. Here it is 12%, maybe 300 and it's 18%, and 24%. 40%. Okay, whatever. So now 5 items, and they are quoting 5. And then if something they want to put as a comment saying that, okay, the older edition is not available. History of India, you requested for so and so edition, but the latest edition is so and so. They can put the comments here and they save. So now CBS quoted. Okay. Now, if you want to add one more, let's see here 2022 RFP02. Now this time I'll go to the IBH, which is also IBH. Let's say sent IPH magazine service. All right. So they also sent you the quotation. Let me call it as IPH 0601. And they also gave a quotation on this date today. And let's say their price is slightly different. Let's say 90, 180, 200, let's say, and 350, 450. Maybe the prices could be different. So whatever the price they are going to supply it, or the list price they are going to put, and they'll put the pricing here. So 00 here, maybe 10% here, 15% here. Here it's only 20%, like this. Okay, so now they save it. So three vendors have given the prices. So at any point of time, they can log in and also check what they have quoted here. Okay, so now I can go here. Let's see here if I want to check it out. IBH wants to log in. Um, if you see, we fixed the password issue of IBH, right? So now that's what we are able to see. Quotation entry 22 RFP, sorry, 22 RFP 02, right? Oh, maybe we did not give the password or some other vendor, I guess. Oh, okay, good. So now these are the prices that they have put here. Okay. So if you see, right, so all the prices that they have put in the earlier the library staff entered, right? Here you are able to see when they are able to see when they log in. Okay, let me close these other windows. Now let me log in back as a library staff. Okay. All right, now I am back as a library staff. I click on it and I go here, menu, and I would go to the acquisitions module again. Acquisitions, if you see the software is really big, it does handle everything, including, establishment. If I spend a minute on this establishment, if you see here, you can establishment statistics. So if you see 2021-22. See, if you hear institute, so many institutes, so many grades, number of students, and all that, pretty much you can run a university using Easylib 7.2 software. It's already running in trial mode in different places. Different colleges are using the different modules apart from the library. One of the largest universities using the service desk module, where about 10,000 items are listed there. Another one is using the entire admissions is managed using the Easylib software, Campus ERP software. One more is using the learning management. That has been going on for last 2 years, almost like 20 classes, 20 courses have been offered using the Easylib learning management module over here. It goes pretty deep here. So one of the reason why Easylib took a lot of time to come up with the Campus ERP software was that we wanted to put enough effort and build the software which is as robust as Easylib is in the library space, even when it comes to the Campus ERP and learning management space. So now we are confident about the functionality, and so now we are offering it in actively. So definitely, if you need any of these other modules, starting from asset inventory management and whatever is not in your library, you want to use it, you give us a call and we'll be happy to work with you on those modules to get them operational at your organization. Again, as I said, pretty much an university can be run using this software. Of course, there will be enhancements and we'll be happy to do them for you. So we took the requirement from a lot of medical colleges, engineering colleges, degree colleges, and schools to make sure that the software architecture is such that it can support a wide variety of the educational institutes, and also give you enough ability to do the customization. Okay. All right, now let me go back to the acquisitions module here. Here you are seeing wherein we had the vendors submitted the quotation. Okay, CBS and IBH, they sent a quotation by email, you entered manually. And in case of UBS publishers, right, the distributor, they entered directly into the system by logging in. So now let me go over here, 2202 RFP02, 5 books, right? So now what I would need to do is click on quotation report. So if you click on quotation report, you see that there are three vendors who have given the quotation. Let me select all the three, compare quotation. So now if you see here, these are the three vendors. Let me zoom it. Okay, three vendors: CBS, IBH, UBS. So purposely we have not put the names here. Instead, we have put V0, V1, V2, so that in case you want to do an independent analysis without the name of the vendors, you can still do. Okay, so title, author, and these are the prices. If you see here, right, history of India. So the lowest price has been given by V2, which is UBS. On the other hand, the lowest quotation for this is again okay. The second book again is given by V2, which is UBS. However, the third book, the lowest quotation is given by V1, which is IBH. Fourth one, the lowest is again IBH. Fifth one is by this one is CBS. So now rather than giving all order to one vendor, here you are choosing which particular vendor is giving the lowest price on which book. Okay, only those books you want to give the order to those, so that you can save enough money. Okay, so we are pretty confident that if you use this module well, you would be able to save a lot of money, and it could be almost equal to or greater than the investment that you are putting on procuring Easylib license or subscription for your college for 1 year. Okay, let me leave the screen. Now what we will do is we will go to the next step of creating a purchase order for a particular vendor. Okay, now let me choose these two books. Only two books I am going to choose. Let's say this one, History of India, as well as History of Science. These two, the lowest quotation is given by V2, which is UBS. Okay, now let me go to the other window, and what I do here is I go to the PO header. I want to create a purchase order to UBS to supply these two books. Okay, so I can put one the PO 22 PO02 I am going to put. Let me check if it is there already. It's not there. Okay, that's good. So now this is the financial year. So the current financial, again there is an improvement. Of course, you open a ticket, or we are going to make sure that this is also ordered well. I think it's ordered. Okay, let me choose this financial period. This is the normal order. PO date is today's date. Quotation. So this is who UBS, right? So UBS had given a quotation. UBS 0601, and whatever date they had given, so you can choose it. And the RFP was 22 RFP 02, right? So that was the RFP. And vendor, this is the most important one, whom you are going to give the order to. Here you are going to give the UBS, and department I am calling it as a general one. And any additional fields you want to enter here. Multi account type, at the moment you choose as a no, later we can change it. And now you add this particular RFP, sorry, particular purchase order. So now you created a purchase order 22PO02. Okay, once you add this RFP, you want to add the lines to the RFP, because RFP header, this is only the header on what you are placing, whom you are placing. Okay, just the header. But the further details of what are the items in that particular header, right, they will be in the particular lines. So what I will do here is, because only two orders I am going to place, two books I am going to choose out of this RFP 22 RFP 02, right? There are five items here. I am going to choose only two. Which ones? The history of India, history of science. So history of India and history of science. I am going to choose only two. And let me go here. And the PO that I created, 22 PO, was it 02 or 01? I think it is 02. Let me say list. Okay. So let me go here and check, double make sure that I have created the correct one. So let me do one thing. I can simply click on this. I'll see all the RFP, the purchase orders. 22 PO. Okay, 02 we have already created. Oh, sorry. This is 22 PO 0601. Okay, let me see here if there is anything. Okay, this is an old one. So, okay, let me choose a different one. 22 PO 02 is what I just created, I think. Okay, nothing is there. So this is what I have created. So now two books out of these five books in that particular request for proposal, I am going to move to this particular purchase order. I move these items to the purchase order. So two items have been moved here. For some reason, it's showing twice here. We'll look into that. Okay. Now this save the table. Okay. So now what we have done, let's see the whole process. The department head or the student logged in. They requested a book or they opened a ticket to attach an Excel of what all books they want to buy. Then what you did, you looked at them and choose which books you want to purchase. So you created a RFP, request for a proposal. You assigned it to a few vendors whom you want to give the quotation. You created a user ID password for them. You sent the message. They responded to your RFP either by logging in and then putting the price like UBS, or they sent you an Excel and you manually added that particular data here. Then we went to the um, quotation comparison and we compared the quotation for that particular request for a proposal. We saw the quotation comparison report and then you choose two items out of this which you want to place to the UBS, because UBS happens to be the vendor which has given the least price for these two book items, and for other items UBS is not the least one, so you are going to place the order with somebody else. So what we did, we went ahead and created a purchase order header, and under that purchase order header, we created purchase order lines. You sent them to the vendor. Okay. Now what happens? They will come and give you the books that they have supplied. Okay. Here again, they will give the 22 PO02. Okay. Two books. Again, these four items. Again, we are going to check why there are four items instead of the two. Okay. So let's say these two items are received here. What you can do is, so this is again general collection, DC number, and now this is the library DC, right? 22 DC delivery challenge, or let's say it is given by UBS, right? UBS DC01. Item type is books or whatever item, number of items are two books. Okay, so now receive date is today's date and PO date, whatever items you want to choose all that and say list, receive these items. Two items are received. So I would rather put here 22 UBS 0601. This is the delivery channel. This is the PO step, partially or fully received. Okay, how many ever you have ordered, you have received all of them. Delivery challenge received by, let me put my name. Okay, so my user ID, and I'll say add and save here. Okay, so until this, the software has been developed, and of course when the next version, the flow is going to continue. What we want, once you receive a particular set of books, right, you will see here there is going to get, you are going to get one more button here. You click on that button, it is directly going to take you to the accession register with the next available accession number for you. So let me see here. Of course, here it's going to ask which is the section that you want, because general section, complementary, the rare books, you may want to give the different put the book in a different section. But when you click on this, the last button, right, it will go into this particular screen with the section as general with the last one. So this is going to come as like this, and then you can already it will be coming up with the title of that particular book that has been requested. That was the History of India, right, by Ramesh Kumar. Okay, so it's equivalent to typing in History of India by Ramesh Kumar. Okay, so now you can put additional details and it's supplied by UBS. Okay, you can put the additional details like, when did you get that, what is the date today we got it, all that details, which branch you are going to send it. By the way, those of you are having multiple branches, you can use Easylib software, the latest version, for managing the multiple branches. And those who are having the single branches, just choose the main branch over here. Okay, and if the current branch, where is the home branch and where is the current branch, and then you simply add it, one copy received. So now this particular book is accessioned here. Okay, so we went all the way from requesting a book to making sure that the book is cataloged, as well as it's now searchable in the OPAC. So okay, let me put here, if I want to put title as by the way, you can either you can simply choose this title here, and it's going to be faster, so that's why I'll just put the title. So now this particular history of India, Ramesh Kumar, just now we catalog this, right? One particular book, we have not put the location, that's why it's coming as null, but home branch, you remember, we put this particular branch. Okay, and if anybody wants to reserve, now they are free to reserve this book and then use it, and from your side you can check the availability and other things. And by the way, when you go to the screen, the software is also linked with Facebook, Twitter, and other places. So if you want to share that so and so book has arrived, you simply click on Facebook icon. It is going to go to your Facebook login. It's independent, of course. If you are already logged in, the Facebook account is going to come over here. There you put saying that, dear students, we are very happy to announce that so and so book by so and so author has come and make best use of it. Okay, so that's the overview of the acquisitions module. Hope you liked it. If you have doubts, questions, feel free to click on the support and open a ticket. Okay, or you can go here to the Easylib main menu. At the bottom, you will see a support number over here and the support email ID. You can write here, email or call us. And if you want to see these training videos, there are two options. One, either you can go to easylib.net. Okay, when you go into the easylib.net, here you will see the list of all the training videos that we have created for you. So I click on training, and here you see whole bunch of videos on Easylib software. Okay, alternatively, there is another better method actually, because here there are too many of them. What you can do is, all of you are enrolled as a student in Easylib software. So what you would do is, let me log out from the library staff here. So let me close all other windows, and here you log in as a student, whatever ID you have got. Okay, 21 years. Suppose you are a professor, or you are a here you are logging into erp.easylib.net, not your own the instance of Easylib. You simply go to erp.easylib.net, because under Easylib Academy, under Easylib University, you are now a student. Okay, so when you log in as a student, 01, let me log in as, I am logging in as a student. Okay, under Easylib University, I put my ID. So now, welcome Vasu, I'm a student here. I click on it. So now all my details are there, my studies. I'm a student. As a student, I am supposed to be learning all these things. I have enrolled for integrated MBA. I am a software company. I'm learning in the software. I'm learning Easylib application usage, Easylib application support, and so on. My courses. I can click on my courses, go to courses. Lot of these courses under this particular enrollment are there. So all of you have been enrolled as a student for this. If you are already a customer of Easylib 6.4, under this you go to the Easylib basic training, click on it. You will see different modules by each session date. You want to learn about cataloging, you simply go to the cataloging session material. You will see 4 or 5 videos here, and you click on one of the title statistics, accession register, whatever you want to use it, click on it. The software will go to that particular video, and you will be able to see the complete video of that particular module. Okay, you see, good, about 48 people have seen that video. Okay, like this, each of the module there are different videos are there, and I'm very happy that many of your users have been graduating from using the Easylib as a basic software to much more advanced. So I'm very happy that many customers have requested for using the acquisitions module, placing the orders to the, doing the quotation comparison, placing the order, yeah, entering the delivery challenge and accessioning entirely through the Easylib software, which is a very good news over here. And I'm happy you are here. When you have a doubt, just look for one more module over here, acquisitions module. Click on it. Similar to this periodicals, you are seeing this list, right? You will be able to see the acquisitions related videos, including this current one that I am recording. Okay, that's about it. Good to have you as customers of Easylib. This is me, Vasudesh Pandey, signing off. Have a good day. Bye. And by the way, this is my number if you need to reach me anytime. Okay. Thank you. And please do refer more customers. It will help us innovate more and keep giving you more and more features, the software, and help you even more in more areas in your organization. Thanks again.